situations where like, I've spent so many months like building momentum that I was kind of like itching to get back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I kept feeling like I was getting pulled away from stuff I was trying to get done. So it was a lot of fun, but I'm happy to be back.
Did you just say Miami?
Yeah, he was in Miami.
Did you link up with Ray Rosales?
No, is he out there?
Yeah.
He just flew back, I think, yesterday.
I
Damn.
saw his picture when he was coming back on the plane. All you could see is this, but hair's kind of like this. Like you can see it in his eyes, a little droopy.
Yeah, he was probably partying a little harder than I was.
Elias, I can't tell if you're talking. I can't tell if you're talking slow on purpose.
What's that?
Oh no, it was slow on my end. I thought it was you.
Oh no,
I have that boost mobile.
Okay, yeah, you're in that new office. I like that, bro. That mobile office is nice.
I'm literally just sitting here because I'm waiting for her to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And she's laying there instead.
Oh, your dog, right?
I'm sitting in the car waiting for Eleanor to use the bathroom.
I was like,
sure.
I really thought that at first, Dewey, and then when you showed the dog, I was like, okay, that makes more sense.
I thought you guys were going somewhere, and you were waiting for her to finish up and do her business.
No, there's just nowhere else to sit in the garage.
Wait, how's she doing with potty training?
She pretty well. Pretty well, I think. She hasn't pooped or peed in the carpet yet, or in a few days. But Elias, look.
What is that for the Subaru?
Full titanium.
Nice. What you have on there already sounds good. Why'd you get this?
It's the same one. It's just full titanium. That one's stainless steel. So I'm getting rid of that one.
And it's Cobb?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry to distract everybody about my car things.
No, it's important to start the morning off that way. Okay. Really, really All right, guys, let's give it another minute or so and we'll go ahead and get started. Good to see you guys' smiling faces. I'm actually under the weather. What was it? Saturday night, I was in, or Saturday afternoon, I was in Target and I've been getting these like weird headaches right here. And I was like, man, I'm in Target. All of a sudden it just hit me like somebody socked me in the head. And it was so bad. Like I could feel it in my eye. I could feel it all here. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait it out. I got some Mucinex. I was like, all right, let me just see what's going on. Waited out. Ended up actually going to the emergency room on Saturday night. And they're like, yeah, let's get you right in. Had a CAT scan. So they had to wheel me through the friggin' place, sat there in that thing, and got a CAT scan Saturday night. And they're like, you have all this buildup in your head from like a severe sinus infection. And he's like, that's why you've been getting these headaches. So like, all right, we're gonna give you a shot. I'm like, okay. They're like, it's a Cordal shot. And usually we give it to you in your arm, but your arm's gonna be super sore. The other alternative is your thigh. I'm like, that sounds awful. And then they're like, the least painful place is your upper ass cheek. I'm like, all right, let's do it, man. Cause I still gotta work. I still gotta do things. And so they gave me the shot in my upper ass cheek. And the needle didn't hurt that bad. But when she put the stuff in, all of a sudden I got like dizzy and felt like all warm. I don't know if you guys, I haven't had many shots in my life, felt all warm. And then sat down, ended up fucking puking from that, whatever that was, the Cordal. And now it's just like, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm still clogged up. But man, like all that shit goes through your mind when you're sitting in that CAT scan, right? You're sitting there, oh my God, what if it's a mass? What if it's this? What if it's all kinds of stuff? So fortunate that I just have to take, antibiotics for the next 14 days. But yeah, I've been feeling awful, but still worked yesterday. Still went out and showed some homes. So it's not COVID or anything. It's all sinus buildup and pressure and all that shit. So, and then you get the post-nasal drip, which causes you to cough. And so I'm sitting here just drinking and drinking and drinking to make sure that I flush this all through my body. So anyways, that's me. I feel good. I'm here. I'm ready to rock. So I wanted to ask a question, everybody, to begin our morning. Does anybody know what the HAKA dance is or what the HAKA war cry is? Does Angela's face? I love that. Does anything? What is vapor? Are you?
Vaparu. I don't know how to spell it. How to help me out here? Vaparu, what is it?
Like
vapor rub?
Like vapor rub? I just think we're forgetting the B. Okay, Cool.
That's what makes it. You put vaporu and alcohol on your feet, and then you take a hot shower, and it'll get it all out.
Wait, put it on my feet?
Alcohol, like rubbing alcohol on your feet, and then
Yeah,
you
that's what the Filipinos do, right?
Hey, that's what Mexicans do.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay, so put the vapor up on my feet, at the bottom.
No, alcohol on your feet and vaporu on your chest.
Vaporu here.
But it's vapor rub.
Vapor rub on your chest, and then you take a hot shower.
Okay, put my feet in whiskey and then rub my chest with vaporu. Okay, cool. I wrote that down. I'm good. All right, cool. So back to the question. Who knows what the Haka dance is?
Tomata.
Yeah. Okay. Totally. Okay. So I'm glad that you know what that is, Dewey. What is it? What is the purpose of that?
It's their war cries that before they go off to battle, or like a ceremony for like, what is it, like funerals and like just all special occasions, right?
Totally. So let's take it in the context of sports. Has anybody ever seen a sports team?
Rugby.
Totally. Why would a rugby team on God's earth do something like that?
Because they're about to go to war and you know, play a game. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. So Kevin, what were you gonna say, brother?
Focus, like just to get mentally focused, clear out everything and just focus on the objective at hand.
Totally. And so I'm glad that we're having this talk, because in the middle of the night, I thought about this. And like I said, a lot of the thoughts come in the middle of the night, night before, morning of. And so I wanted to share something with you guys really quick. All right. So can you guys see my screen? Angela, this is what a Haka dance is, okay? All right, so Angela, when you see something like this, what do you think that does to the psyche of the opponents?
I would be scared shitless. Like, I'm not trying to play you.
Right. So partially that's to put some intimidation to the other teammates, to let them know, like, we're coming for you, right? We're warriors, and we're going to be warriors out on this field today, and we are aligned, and we are one, and we're ready, right? So in the context of what we do, I wanted to ask you guys, in your own way, in your own, preparation for going out in the field and going out into battle, what is your Haka dance? And what I mean by that is that it doesn't have to be as extreme as the Maori tribes, first started this. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but we all have something, right? Because I feel like our Haka dance is for me, it's our marketing, it's our team, it's our Slack, it's our vibe, it's our culture. It's like come at me, like I'm ready for that, right? Same thing for you guys when you are prepping for the day. When you tell yourself, I'm going to have an amazing day, I'm going to go out there and own it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to tear it up because I've done all these things in the morning to prep my mind. I want to know, what is your Haka dance? Is there something that you guys are doing, a conversation you're having in the mirror, an affirmation that you say to yourself in the morning that puts you guys into that warrior peak state, ready to go out there and conquer? What is your Haka? I want to start it out and ask you guys, so feel free to hop in.
I'll start it off.
Yeah, please do.
So specifically for showings, like I got in the habit, like on the way to the showing, I listen to sermons on the way there because it kind of puts me in a more positive mindset as opposed to, like, I listen to a lot of jazz and R&B, but at the same time, I don't want to listen to my rap music on the way to a showing because it might turn me up in another way. So I intentionally listen to sermons in it. And again, it puts me in a positive mindset and more so a faithful mindset that I'm going there for a reason and I'm going to get this job done. But specifically every day, I write down my goals every morning. I started out with the accountability group and it's whittled down to like one person that I send them to every morning and we share every single day. And so now I have my son doing it. My wife does it now, but that just starts me off to know what task I'm intending to complete every day. And then I look back on the day before while I'm doing that. And I'm like, okay, I checked off 10 out of the 15 boxes, but it just helps out.
I love that. And how do you feel it changes your state? Like, can you feel it change your state?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm way more intentional, and I'm also more aware of my accomplishments, like, and where I need to work harder. If I see that I didn't complete 5 out of those 10, why didn't I do it? And I still have to do it, the following day.
And just like the opposing team, the team that was dressed in white, do you think that people can feel that sense of preparation and sense of true awareness and true like readiness? You feel people can sense that energy from you?
Oh yeah, for sure, because I'll never put my faith off on somebody else, but I feel like when I step out of the car and go into a showing, I'm still just as positive as what I was listening to without telling them exactly what it was that I was just on. You know
Totally.
what I mean? I think that it permeates off of you.
Man, I love that. And I'm going to love this conversation this morning, you guys. I already know it because I'm going to hear from you guys and all of your cool answers to this. But I've heard this time and time again. Your energy speaks before you utter a word. Right? Think about that. Your energy speaks before you utter a word. You could get out of the car. You feel good. Door shuts. It's like in a movie, your hair's blowing in the wind. You're like ready and you're walking. You look good. You feel good. You're smiling. You're upright. You're not dragging ass, not hunched over. You're like, I'm confident, head up. I'm ready to walk in here, ready to own this opportunity, right? So good stuff. Melody, how about for you? What's your personal HAKA that you do?
My life is like a movie and I do my own stunts.
That's right.
My HAKA dance, honestly, is preparation. And preparation starts the night before.
Nice.
And so my HAKA dance is making sure my groceries are in the fridge for the week, making sure my dogs are fed, my sheets are cleaned, my workout clothes are set out on my table nightstand before, my workout in the morning, so that when my 5:30 alarm goes off, I have absolutely no excuses to hit the ground running because everything's already laid out and I'm prepared to win and to conquer that day. And so I would say my HAKA dance is 100% just focused preparation.
Nice. And when you walk into an appointment, is there anything that you're doing right before you get out of the car? Is there any type of conversation you're having, any words of affirmation or something that you do like on a consistent ritual basis right before you walk into an appointment?
I listen to the most gangster rap that I possibly can. And I literally walk out of the fucking door like I'm Beyonce. I'm like, what's up? How are you? My name's Melody. Nice to meet you. It's a beautiful day outside. It's funny because like if I was to listen to jazz music, I'd fall asleep. So it's funny because I'm listening to Gucci. I swear to God, Tupac, Picture Me Rolling? I was blasting that on repeat all day on Sunday, just from showing to showing. It's funny because I need that. Like, I like that energy and that's what lights me up and that's what puts a smile on my face. And so like for everyone, it's different, and then some days it's like Frank Sinatra and that's what lights me up. And on every day of the week, it's really like the mood that I'm in. But usually it's like some really just like authentic music with like whoever on the other end is like able to just speak authentically with me. Then like I just vibe off that and then I take it and run with it, if that makes
Love
sense.
it. I love it. So about 6 years ago, I got flown out to Houston to have an interview with the vice president of company generated leads for Coldwell Banker. So I'm sitting there and I'm prepping, I'm writing some stuff, and I got my headphones in, and I see the guy pull up. So I take my headphones off and, hey, how are you, Joe? Nice to meet you. So he's like, yeah, let's sit down. As soon as we sit down, like my pocket pressed play, and it's like, all eyes on me. And it's in my, he's like, oh, so I take it you were getting ready for this meeting. I was like, yeah, man. Started going off on my pocket. He's like, oh, sorry about that. But he's like, good to see that you were prepping prior to our meeting. So Melody, good stuff. Angela, how about for you? What is your personal HAKA?
I'm very much like Melody, where like I have to have everything prepped. I even pick my outfits the night before because I read a book that says we only have so many good decisions in a day. So at night, pick your clothes so that that's not one of your decisions. But right before I get into a meeting, and I'm so opposite right now, I listen to country. It puts me at peace, and I'm already super hyper, and not all my clients are as hyper as I am. So sometimes I have to drop it down a little bit, get on their level, but it always just puts me at peace. I love that type of music. It just speaks to my soul. It calms me. And then I'm a very big Audible person. So I'm always listening to Audibles. I'm always hearing different perspectives on how to do things. And I talk to myself constantly. I am always telling myself, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. You have a beautiful life. You are blessed. You are successful. And I mean, every time I have a negative thought, I try to transfer that. 3 times I speak some good into me. So.
Wow. Love that. Love that. And you can feel it, right? Like you can feel that sense of energy and positivity. And I love that there's that self-coaching and self-talk going on, Angela. Really good stuff. Patrick, how about for you, my man? What is your HAKA? What is your morning routine? What is something that separates you? What gets you ready for battle?
Honestly, I would say it's like the first 2 hours of my day is so essential. Because I know for myself, I take a lot of like it takes a lot for my momentum to get into a flow state of where I need to be mentally to sort of be quick and be agile and be all the things I need to be in any given successful day. And so those first 2 hours are essential. So, making sure I got my coffee, making sure that I've got music that gets me in a good headspace. And a lot of that it's all about getting into a rhythm, and preparedness is a huge part of that as well. I mean, the night before, I always try, and I need to do a better job of scheduling every single block, even down to like the 15-minute breaks, because I know for myself that when I put myself in a position where I'm thinking less about what I have to do next, I'm wasting less time. And so the moment that it's like kind of like, if you go to the gym by yourself versus, when I go to like, something like Orange Theory or something, it's like I just need someone to shout at me like, yeah, now run faster. Okay, now slow down. Now run faster. And when I have that, I'm able to enter more of like kind of like a native flow state that feels less staticky and more more in rhythm with the ability to generate momentum.
Beautiful. Love it, man. Well said. Terry, how about for you? What is your personal HAKA?
So I actually have a schedule. So my husband gets up at 4, so he wakes me up for breakfast, and then my daughter's calling at 5:30 for exercising FaceTime. So I would basically say it's pretty much a schedule and a pretty much a dump list of all the things that have to be done. I don't turn the music on when I'm heading to an appointment. I basically have on Audible, listening to books.
And you feel puts you in like a sense of like, I'm calm and I'm ready to like come at me. I'm ready. Like you feel like that puts you at a sense of ease?
Well, basically I'm usually pretty calm because I'm knowing who I'm going to go meet. Totally. So like lately with the Zillow Flex, and you kind of really don't know the people, when I get there, I can pretty much peg it out once I look at it. Right. I can pretty much tell what kind of mood to be in.
Okay, good. I love that. How about for you, Kevin? Coming from an athletic background, tell me a little bit about what your morning HAKA is.
On the days that I work out, that definitely gets me in a clear state of mind. I'm actually sitting here right now, and I was questioning whether I was too tired from my workout to get on this call. I was like, I'm just like mentally, my body's like just physically drained right now, and so but I knew this would help. Like, so I was like, this is part of my routine now, right? And so I really appreciate it and value these 3 days a week. When going to showings, yeah, I'm the whitest of white guys, but I love like just, Tiesto and like house music and like just just getting into like let's go, like I'm ready for this, and then that, like I don't take that high of energy into the meeting, but like it gets me ready to go, like it, and that's carried through from my athletic background, just because I needed that pump to really hit the ground running, and and this is a competition, right? And we have to put our best foot forward for our clients and then ultimately build the best relationships to get them across the finish line. So, yeah.
Man, I love it. Tiesto. It's like, I love that when we're together like this, we always find out something about, each other. I absolutely love this. You know what? I think that visualization is a huge part of what I do and what I've done in the past, even from sports. I remember playing softball for years, and I'd play third base, and I'd go out there and I wouldn't even throw the ball. I would just visualize myself throwing it to first, not missing that throw, throwing it to first, not missing that throw, and then doing some real practicing. I think for me, it's like I'm able to visualize how my morning's going to go, how my meetings are going to go. Like I see the outcome being something positive, something that's harmonious. Like I'm always looking at the end game, and I'm always having a vision, right? And I think that's super important to sit back and like visualize, well, how do I want this appointment to go? I want it to be this way. I want to walk them through this way. I want to talk about these things. I want to have an end game in mind. And so good stuff, Kevin. I love this. How about for you, Miss Pamela? Pamela, it's good to see you. Yes, I ran into Pamela. As much as I didn't want to go yesterday, I had to go yesterday, but I ran into Pamela and Michael at a new development in Stockton. It is crazy how much they are building, and these properties are going off the shelves like hotcakes. So Pamela, what are some things that you do? What is your personal HAKA?
Well, I have a goal book and it's called Run the Day. So basically every day I go on, and before I start, Grant Cardone, it's a quote on each page. Like I said, success is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you and because of the actions you take. So every day there's like
say that one more time.
Success is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you and because of the actions you take.
I love that.
Yeah. So there's a quote and there's a page. So, because I have certain goals, I have to write down what I'm grateful for, what are my targets to get to me where I want to go? What are some daily power words? So this is a daily thing that I have to do so I can stay on track, because I have certain things I want to happen. So I'm looking at it on a daily basis and staying on track. So.
I love this. You guys, a lot of us work out, right? You have to work your mind like you do your muscles, right? This is one of the biggest muscles, right? You have to constantly be feeding it and working out and prepping it and making sure that you're putting the positivity in here. And I love this, Pamela, because every time I talk to you, you have something positive to say because you're constantly feeding the mechanism. And I love that. Johnson, how about for you? What's your daily HAKA?
I mean, I don't really have one right now because I'm not doing anything. But for me personally, I think it's just preparation the day before, knowing what I'm going to do the next day, and then always just getting ready for the gym.
And then, so when you go into the gym, do you have a certain way that you're prepping yourself to like say, I'm going to crush it?
I don't go on like a competitive kind of like bodybuilding kind of thing, but like kind of like know what I'm going to do the day before. Like I'll try to do a push pull leg split where I'll do like chest one day, back one day, and then legs, and then I'll kind of like rinse and repeat. But if I miss a day, then it's it's fine. I'll just go the next day and either plan it out differently or move on.
Well, let's talk about all the preparation that you've been doing. You've been coming to coaching, you've been coming to training sessions, you've been coming to education sessions, you've been coming to onboarding. How do you believe all these things are prepping you to go out there and be the best realtor that you could be?
I think it's prepping me to like know what to say and what to do in a sense, because I guess like the whole onboarding process has kind of been random. I guess I kind of like had to like figure out like, okay, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? Like there's no really roadmap for me right now, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go to all the coaching and then see what that's gonna take me.
Okay, all right, good man, good. And then you've been coming to the 10 a.m. sessions with Molly though, right?
No.
That's your onboarding session, bro. So at 10 o'clock, check the calendar. We have an onboarding session every Monday at 10 o'clock with Molly to go over all of our tools.
So I thought like it was just like a 1-day thing, and she kind of just told me like, okay, sign up for all this stuff, and yeah.
It's ongoing. You can hop in.
Oh,
again.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, that was sweet, Costa. All right.
He went, eh.
Oh,
That was
boy.
the HAKA dance. Good job, babe. Proud of you. Have a good day.
All right, Joaquin, let's hear from you, my man. What is your HAKA? Like, how are you just really putting yourself into that key state?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. For me, it's really kind of like what everyone's been saying, just really preparing yourself. I love music as well. Latin music kind of gets me going, gets me into that kind of that wavelength where I feel very free, very easy to flow. And also in the mornings, I definitely do grateful affirmations. And what that does for me really now, it allows me to accept the outcome, right? Whether it's good or bad. And the key really for me is just as long as I'm consistent and I'm actually working on, the process is what's really going to get us to the finish line. So that's kind of what I do. A lot of affirmations, music, kind of go over my mind, some of the key points that I have to highlight, whether it's with the buyer or the seller. And I try to work on that so that we can improve.
Love it. Love it. How about for you, Martinique? Do you have something that is cool and different, something that preps you for battle?
I listened to like Melody was saying with Tupac. Mine is Nipsey Hussle. I don't know what happened after he died, but like he was just like he was the same age as me when he passed away too, and it just was like, damn, like he was invested in commercial real estate and doing all this stuff. So every time before showing, I just put on his playlist. I have my gospel on my title, so I play that before. It's my own playlist before showing. I do the same thing. Preparation again, like everybody was saying, just kind of preparing the night before, checking my calendar for like all of my upcoming events. But I don't have like a dance or a motto or anything.
but that's why, because it's our own version of it, right? It's like, I do a lot of talking in the car too, a lot of talking out loud and talking to myself. If someone looks at me, they're probably thinking, oh, that guy's weird, you know what I mean? But it helps me. It helps me prepare, right? If, before when I was running a marketing company, we'd go to all these events throughout the Bay Area and you'd have to tune in for 6 hours and your job was to book appointments for these people to go see the resorts, and so I'd go out there, I'm like, nobody is going to outbook me for the entire weekend. I'd go out there for 2 days and make like $5,000. I'm like, nobody's going to outbook me. But I was the one person that was separated from everyone. Everyone's like talking and socializing and everything. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody for 30 minutes ahead of time, right? I had my music in and I'd walk back and forth and pace like a crazy person. I would tell myself over and over, I know what's going to happen today. I'm going to be the top producer. I'm going to be the top producer. Every single time we went out, nobody could beat me because I felt like I was already ahead of them, right? I had prepped, I had trained, I got there early, I had my coffee, I'd let the cold air hit me, and then I'd sit there and listen to my music for 30 minutes ahead of time. Nobody say shit to me, right? Then it was time for our quick meeting, our quick huddle. All right, here's what we do. Here's the goals for the day. Cool, I'm ready, right? Ready. So I love this, Martinique. We all have our own style of it. Doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as it's yours and hypes you up. So
I like that you say put goals here because I have like these planners that I never use, so I can maybe start using them.
My question for you is, what do you have them for then?
Somebody gifted me both of these. I always get gifted like planners and I just sit them to the side, but they're not used. I got to put it to use.
You start writing, Martinique. They bought it for you because they care about you.
Right. They need, yeah.
I saw Martinique out there on Saturday. We were hustling, doing showings. It was great to see her in person.
Yeah.
Nice. Where at? What city?
We were in Oakland on 62nd.
Okay, very cool.
Fourplex. Yeah. It was great.
I love it. Cynthia, let's hear from you. Cynthia, great energy. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better. Tell us, do you have a personal HAKA that you do to get yourself in the peak state?
Oh, for sure. So before I go into a listing appointment, can you guys hear me okay?
We can, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So before I go into a listing appointment, there's one song and it's Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah.
Before I walk into that house, I blast that on repeat from the minute I leave my house to the minute I walk in. And I envision myself signing the listing. I envision my post being out front. I envision what my social media is going to look like for this home. So I just kind of like envision everything. And then morning routine, fuck, that is so important. My husband and I were just talking about how critical it is. And for me, I have to be alone for my morning routine. Like it's just how I ground myself in the morning. And then Martinique, it's so funny you mentioned the planner. I just pulled out an old 2021 planner, and instead of writing down my appointments on there, because I use my Google Calendar for that. So now what I'm going to do with these planners is I'm going to write down my goals and what I accomplished for the day every single day. So thanks for giving me that idea.
I love it. I love it. And I'm glad that you and your husband are having this conversation, because I think that's really important. And sometimes when you're not in this environment and you're not in, this type of field, people are like, oh, what is all this shit you guys talk about? All this hype, right? They don't, sometimes it's hard for outsiders to look in. I've had people look in on their coaching, be like, walk by like, the heck's that guy talking about? Right. And then I got to meet like Juanita's husband. He's like, man, I was just walking by. That sounded really good. So I love that you guys are talking about that as a couple, because I think those conversations are really, really important. And then you guys can help push each other.
Totally. And thank you guys for today. This is amazing. Like no other company is doing this kind of stuff, like we're so unique. And I feel like you guys are totally a part of when I envision things. I envision every one of you behind me. So thanks for this.
Oh, hey, thank you guys for being here and contributing. Armando, let's hear from you, my man.
Right on. So one of the things I really like to do before starting the day is doing meditations. And one thing that I do to really help me focus is listen to binaural beats. Because I don't know, at least for me, just doing it like in silence is kind of hard. But when I have binaural beats on, it really helps me focus a little bit more, and it gets me a little bit more intense in the meditation.
How long have you been doing the meditation?
Hello?
How long have you been doing the meditation?
Probably about 3 weeks now.
Really? That's something that I could use some help with. I've tried it a long time ago, but it's been probably 8 years, like shutting the mind down for that time.
Yeah, it's super, like I really can, I usually do it for 15 to 20 minutes. You've read the book, Psycho-Cybernetics, right?
Totally, man. Life changing.
So there's like a few meditations that they have on there.
Psycho-Cybernetics.
They have like towards the end of each chapter, like every other chapter, they have like a few like meditation techniques, and just kind of like depending on like what I kind of like want to focus on, I'll use that. But no, I mean, I totally get what you're saying. Just like shutting down your mind for like even like 15, 20 minutes is extremely hard. And even sometimes I'll find myself just like, I find my thoughts like wandering off, and then like I have to really be conscious of like, all right, like I can't be thinking about this. You got to focus.
Cool. I love it. Patrick just sent me Headspace. I think I'm going to try this. I think, just to be able to shut down for a little while in the morning before I get my day started, because I go. I'm going to put this in part of my routine, man. I like that. And I appreciate you sharing.
Just to jump in real quick, because the thing about meditation when I was trying to get into it was kind of like fitness, where you go online, you type like how to meditate, and someone's like, no, I know how to do it the best, like do it my way, and then you enter like a paywall where you have to buy something, and then someone's like, no, my way is the best, you do it this way. And Headspace is just the simplest way to get into it. I know so many people that it was their like gateway connection into it. And the voice is really good. There's like lessons for anxiety. There's lessons for just mindfulness. There's lessons for all types of stuff. So personally, that's the one that whenever I get knocked off my horse, I go to Headspace. And as soon as you're done meditating, you don't even want to move or think or pick up your phone. You just kind of want to like soak in it for as long as you can. So I definitely recommend Headspace. Huge evangelist for it.
I love it. I love it. Appreciate you guys sharing. Let's go over to Rosa. Rosa, from you, what is your personal haka?
Morning, everyone. For me, well, I always bless myself when I get into the car, no matter where I'm going. And that helps me put everything into perspective in the way that, like, I'm grateful for another shot at life.
How do
I'm
you bless
grateful.
yourself? Can we hear what that sounds like?
Wait, what?
How do you say you bless yourself?
Oh, well, I'm Catholic. Like, I just do the cross and then I just give thanks to God.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'm not going to share my prayer, but it's just, I mean, it's just general. It's just like, I'm grateful for another shot at life. I'm grateful that I'm going to see my clients, and I'm grateful that I keep moving forward no matter what hurdle comes my way.
I love it. I love it. And how long have you been doing this? Did you do this before you were with us, or is this something new, or is this something you've been doing for years?
It's been something I've been doing, I think, all my life, just because life is not easy for everybody, right? So you need something to hold on to. So
I love that. I love that. I appreciate you sharing. Kim, how about for you?
I used to do this, but I stopped, and I'm glad for this training session so I can go back to doing it. But before I will get into like a cold call zone of like 2 hours, I would like find these YouTube on like wealth visualization, and then I'll see like people with yachts, like people with nice things, because from my background, I was not exposed to that stuff. So I'm trying to like make myself familiarize with that type of like environment, and then it amps me up. And then I also listen to like motivational YouTube videos, where they talk over you and then they play like people running or something like that. So it's like really, really powerful stuff. It's all free on YouTube.
And you said you stopped doing it, but you're going to get back into it.
Yeah. That's what I used to do when I was at Klein by myself. Get me in the zone.
Yeah, I think like it's important, especially before, making cold calls. That's one of the biggest battles that we're going to face, right?
Yeah.
So if I don't go in there with, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm ready. I have my scripts. I have my coffee. I got my water. Come at me. Like I'm ready, right? I think that you need to get back into that, because that's going to help you really, really catapult your business. Because like I've said this time and time again, Kim's got mad skills on the phone, mad skills. So I love it. Good stuff, Kim. How about from you, Lamont? All right, let's go over to Jacob. Jacob, how about for you, brother? I know that you're probably working right now.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good. Just watching this baby eat.
So really quick, my man, is there something that you do, whether it's now or what you've done in the past, prepping for skateboarding? Like, what is your personal haka?
So I just recently started getting more into preparation, actually, from the coaching calls. I think you were talking about with Kyle, making your bed every morning, so that way when you come home, you have a made bed to kind of renew your space and just get one goal out of the way first thing in the morning. I also started like setting my clothes out, because I try to work out in the morning before my daughter wakes up, so that it's out of the way and I have the rest of the day ahead of me. And setting my clothes out the night before, I started to notice that I was getting up quicker out of bed, because I didn't have to think about, I have to go do this, I have to prepare, and getting a glass of water to start my day like the night before.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love it. And, I think about this now that, you're a father, I'm a father, like I'm going to share these things with my son when he gets older, right? Like when he's starting to really understand, like who he is and like the mind, like I'm going to be sharing these things. I was married before a long time ago, and I had a stepson. His name was Manuel. And I remember he's like, I just can't hit this guy. Can't hit this guy. And I would tell him, you need to go out there and know that you're going to get a hit. You need to prep yourself. You need to have a conversation with yourself. The dude was 7 years old. He's like, I don't understand when you say, put myself into a state. Because, I was having it in Tony Robbins. I'm like, put yourself in a state, young man. Go out there and tell yourself, I'm going to get a hit. So I would see him walking up, and he'd have his bag. It's like, I could see him having these conversations, and he'd step 1 foot out of the batter's box, 1 foot in. And I could tell he had put himself at 7 years old in a state to get a hit. And the kid had an amazing baseball career. And but he's like, it worked. you come back in after the game, like, it worked. I did that thing that you told me, put yourself in a state. So as a dad, like I'm looking forward to telling my kid, like, hey, this is how you put yourself in preparation mode. This is how you control the mind. So, dude, love this stuff. I love that you're learning and you're growing, Jacob. Let's see the baby really quick.
Say good morning.
So cute.
She
Her
just
hair.
stuffs her mouth.
Yep, my son
Can
too.
you say hi?
Same.
Hi, baby. I
Say
love
good
that
morning.
always joining. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go over to Jay, my man. Thanks for sharing, Jacob. Jay, how about from you?
Good morning, everyone doing? I wanted to actually say I really want to meet Patrick because he did so many of the things that I do to get into the flow state, which is a very, very important concept for me. I like describing the flow state as when all the lights turn green and you're just going. And for me, that's minimizing thought. Often the brain gets in our own way. There's a universal consciousness that lifts all beings. That's all about expansion. And when we get our ego out of the way, for me, that's through meditation, through breath work, breathing, slowing down the mind, really aligning and visualizing yourself with what your goals are, making it more than just you, connecting to the universe at large. That's when the positive, the real things start to happen.
Man, I love that. Absolutely love it. And I love the way that you talk about things, man. You bring this level of intellect, and I appreciate it, man. It's good stuff. Let's go over to
Appreciate that.
Let's go over to Sylvia. Sylvia, do you have a chance to talk? I know that you're working right now too.
Okay. Okay. I'm really into, good morning, everybody. I'm really into things. And so, and I'm really into trying to be organized. So like the ladies were talking about the planners, I'm a planner. I belong to the planner community. There is such a thing. And so I try to plan out everything I'm going to do. I try to coordinate what I'm going to wear for the 5 days of the work week. And I try to plan out what I'm gonna have for dinner, because it just makes life so much easier when I have everything planned. But every day when I wake up, I thank God for waking me up, put me on the wake up list, because some people didn't make it. And then like today is Monday. Today is Motivation Money Monday. Every day for me is a start. It's a clean slate. It's a day to, you have the whole day to just start over and do everything. So like I said, today is Money Monday. Okay. Tomorrow is Thankful Tuesday, Wednesday. But today being Money Monday, when I woke up this morning, my phone, I heard my phone ping. And I was like, who's calling me at 5 o'clock in the morning? And when I went to see the phone, it was an agent who wanted to onboard onto EXP, and he wanted me to sponsor him. So I was like, okay, cool. That's, if he produces, that's going to be some money. So that's a great way to start this Motivation Money Monday, And so that's what I do every day. I go into it with, it's a clean slate. When I go to an appointment, I'm a big Prince fan. See, I don't know if you guys can see.
That necklace.
Yeah, can you see it? Because Prince and I, we have the same birthday. We were both born on June 7th. He's older than me, but I'm taller than him. I always say that. And
That's my
so
daughter's birthday. I'm sorry to
oh,
interrupt.
cool.
Yay!
Oh, cool. I mean, and so I go into everything blasting Prince as we're going into this together, And I always go into an appointment, be it a listing appointment or a meeting with a buyer. When I go into a listing appointment, I go in with the mindset that, of course, I'm getting the listing. I don't care how many other agents you've interviewed, And then with a buyer, whenever I meet a buyer, it's just like, okay, I'm going to be your agent. It's that simple. That's the mindset that I always have. I don't go in thinking that, oh my God, you're interviewing other people and you might pick them. No, I go in there thinking that it's going to be me. I'm the natural choice.
That's right. That's right. It's like the team that was dressed in the black. And Kenny, we're talking a lot about the HAKA dance today. So it's like the team in the black. That's you guys walking into a listing appointment, knowing that they're going to interview other people, right? That's you prepped and ready. And I'm up against this person, that person. Come at me, like I am ready. That's what that HAKA dance is that you guys are facing other agents. So good stuff. Martha, how about for you? What does that HAKA dance look like for in your life? She's like, let me walk over here.
Sorry, Garrett's on the phone.
Yep.
Yeah, Garrett's on the phone. Mine is probably just prepping for everything, like looking on the MLS, like looking at the comparables, looking at the disclosures before showing. Sometimes it can, like, if they're in the house for 2 minutes and be like, oh, I did all that prep, but I feel like that way I have all the information for my buyers and I can give them all the information so that they can make the best decision for themselves.
I love it. I love it. So that helps to build your own confidence, right?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Good. I love it. I love it. God, man, I love this. So I want to hear some of your takeaways, you guys. I've heard some really, really great stuff. So Melody, hearing from your brothers and sisters on the team, like what are some of your takeaways that you took from this session?
Absolutely 100%. The same thing that I keep hearing is preparation. I keep hearing music and family and praying. And so that's something that I found is a commonality on all of our ends. And so I just think that, it's not rocket science, right? Whatever you're able to do to get you into that state of aligning with your own energy, and only you can tell what that is what's going to get you to that next level. And so that's just what I'm focused on doing. And it's something that's like kind of like an oxymoron. Like you can't really put your finger on it, but you can feel it. And so I would say just spend more time feeling it, connecting to it, spending more time in that space and figuring out how to live in that space more often. That's my mission. And that's what I wake up wanting to do every day. So thank you for sharing, you guys.
Good stuff. Angela, how about for you? Takeaways from today's session?
I think my biggest takeaway is we are all so different, yet we are all so similar. Like we all just want to grow and be better, and everyone's got different ways to do it. And I love hearing their ways versus my ways. And I'm definitely going to try the meditation and the headspace, or yeah, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I love it. You guys keep killing it.
Yeah, and I think for us, this environment here, this group coaching session has now turned into more of this collective wisdom, right? It's become this mastermind of thoughts and ideas. And I always feel like, I'm here to moderate, right? I'm here to invoke some thought and to keep the train moving down the tracks. And you guys are doing a really, really good job helping us keep that momentum. So Cynthia, for you, what are some takeaways from today's session?
Definitely writing everything down. I am like so amazed I haven't been doing this. So that's a huge takeaway. And then also just coming to these 3 times a week and sitting down in front of my computer and looking over stats at the same time, and preparation too. That's something that's phenomenal. So yeah, love it.
Good stuff. Dewey, I know that you were with the dog. Do you have a chance to chime in and tell us what your takeaways from today's session were?
Let's see what I wrote down. I wrote down when Melody started, groceries before the week starts, all your tasks written down, clothes are clean and set out, getting back to the morning affirmations, and then starting the morning with like Audible and books. Just getting more prepared. So, me and Peter's been talking about me getting more proactive, and it's like, he's like, you need to do this. I'm like, fuck, this is too much. And so it's like making that millimeter shift every day. Because, I used to do the freaking morning affirmations, and I was in the office by like 7 or 7:30, 8 a.m. and hit the gym and then go. But now it's just like, wake up, maybe have coffee, maybe not. And so
your gym is downstairs and your office is downstairs.
Yeah,
everything's in one space. Well, so the gym is downstairs, and I still don't even use my gym. I drive all the way to Castro Valley still to go gym with the boys, because it's just like getting in that space where it's like us pushing each other is completely different from me just saying, oh, I'm gonna go do this workout by myself. So
well, always remember what led to your success, right? You are where you are now in your career because of those things that you did. Now it's like maintenance, right? I got to change my oil, got to continuously give my car maintenance so I can continue this track, man, because you've had an incredible run. and being able to continue to do those things will keep you ahead of the game and keep you one of the top producers in the company, man. So love what you're doing. Love the haircut, by the way. Let's go over to Patrick. Patrick, takeaways from today's session.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's just kind of a reminder of why I joined this team in the first place, as far as these Monday meetings, because my gas tank can get empty so quickly, and these Monday meetings are just it's like, honestly, this Monday meeting is like my HAKA dance for the week. And I feel it every time. Like every time I get on this call, it's just such an immediate reminder of just the tremendous talent that we're surrounded with, like how inspiring everybody is, like how everyone's coming from such different backgrounds and places, but we're all so committed to the same goal and sharing each other's, tips and tricks. And it's like really inspiring. It like definitely is like my HAKA dance. I would say specifically my biggest takeaway of what I need to apply more, frankly, is just physical fitness. Like I have just gathered clearly that everyone is in better shape than I am. And I've noticed that my mind feels a lot cloudier than it should. And I think that getting out there and running around is probably a big part of that. But, I feel like I'm so close to breaking through the ceiling. Like I've been just stuck right behind trying to get my first close for so long. And I feel like I'm so close. Still trying to get on Zillow Flex. So I need to find all these different avenues that I can find to push myself and elevate to get to that step. So I think fitness is probably one of the key categories that I'm leaving behind.
Bro, you are so close, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, Julie went 10 months without a contract. I'm not saying like that's an extreme case. Jen went 5 months without a contract last year. So you're close, man. You're closer than you think. So keep on showing up. So Kenny asks, what is the HAKA?
Can you demonstrate it, please? Can you demonstrate it?
I'm not demonstrating it. So Kenny, so HAKA dance is a tribal ritualistic dance that they do prior to any type of battle. But I shared with them a rugby team that does that. It's to intimidate the other people on the other team, and then it's also to put them in a state of, we are warriors. We're going to accomplish this. I'm going to put myself in this peak state right before game time. And it's a HAKA dance. I shared it with them. I didn't demonstrate it, but I shared a video with them. So the premise of today's coaching was, what are the things that they do on their individual HAKA dance, whether it's talking, pumping themselves up, listening to freaking some ratchet ass hyphy music before they walk into an appointment, whether it's their affirmation, whether it's meditation, whether it's gospel, whether it's prayer, whatever that HAKA moment is. And so everyone shared. And so I know you're coming.
That's why you post. While I was on the call, I was posting, this is probably not the right HAKA dance, but
no, I don't know.
I posted Justin Timberlake earlier randomly.
Okay. So Kenny, I mean, coming from you, my man, are there things that you do in the morning time to separate? I know sleep is super important to you, but are there things?
Sleep's important. I had the best meditation. I don't know, I had a long day. I was sore this morning. I couldn't sleep because I did a 9-mile hike, but I meditate for like 20 minutes. I make sure I meditate every day twice. It's been a game changer for me because there's just so many thoughts going on of what I need to do, this and that. And like, I don't even want to think about it. I just do. But probably not the best training. I just do. I mean, you guys have my calendar. Today I have 6 or 7 recruiting meetings. So just be in the zone, actually blank it out. And then so when I go to do whatever I do, that's all I think about. And then I'll figure out the next piece later.
Love it. I love it. And Kenny, how long have you been meditating?
A little over a month now.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, every day. Try to do twice a day.
What made you get into the meditation?
I mean, I do it here and there randomly, but I joined I'm in the men's mastermind group, Go Abundance. And then it's actually one of the 8 things that everyone works on. So I decided mine's just going to be to meditate. Some people read and spiritual and, other things, pray. But for me, I hit my Calm app up. The first thing I do every single morning when I wake up, they only missed it maybe twice in the whole last month. First, you're not supposed to pick up your phone and start emails and stuff right away. So I pick up my phone right away so I can start the stupid meditate app. So then I can finish that in a calm manner and then get right to my emails. So I make sure I get that. I don't do anything else until I get that out of the way.
Love it. I love it. You guys, the premise of this is I wanted you guys to really think about, how are you going to separate yourself from the competition? When you walk into an appointment, what are you doing to really prepare yourself? Remember that statement that I made early on in the call. Your energy speaks before you utter a word. Right? People are going to feel like, damn, like Like, all right, here comes Mel. She has, oh, wow, she is just coming in with, she's coming in hot right now, right? She's coming in hot right now. Like, you could feel that, right? When I walk into a room, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Elias. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Like, people are like, okay, wow, I can feel this person's energy, right? But that's all, you have to prep yourself for that, right? To be able to give so much of that, you have to put everything within yourself first, right? You have to prep yourself, fill up your gas tank, fill it all up, because you're going to be giving out so much, you guys. We give so much of our energy to our people, to this industry, to making sure the best we can be, the best that we could possibly be. It's exhausting. So if you're not spending that time filling up your gas tank, doing everything you need to go out there and conquer the world, it's going to take a toll on you. So I'm loving what I'm hearing. I appreciate you guys. You know, like I said early on in the call, I'm feeling under the weather, but I got a responsibility to you guys. And I want to thank you guys, because partially I set this at 8:30 in the morning because it helps to keep me accountable too. I love being here for you guys. I love being able to moderate these you know, these mastermind sessions. And I feel like you have all grown, and I'm loving seeing what's coming out of these rooms. So you guys, let's keep on coming together. Focus on your goals, your intentions for the week, and let's go ahead and rock and roll this week. Kenny, anything before we leave?
No, just make it a really great week.
Make it a great week, you guys. I appreciate you guys all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Good to see your faces.